Hello, hello, hello. My name is Adam. This is the Out of Collective, and welcome to the 2023 New Schoolers Awards presented by 686. Psyched to have you all here. Hopefully there's any of you at home in your parents' basements listening to this right now. I really appreciate New Schoolers for the opportunity, and we have a ton of insane content to get through for the evening. I'm psyched. I couldn't be more psyched to talk to everyone that we got the chance to talk to. Pretty much everyone that won an award was available to chat. So you'll see interviews from all of the award winners, and we'll keep it rolling from there. Today, we are going to go through Men's Skier of the Year, Women's Skier of the Year, Movie of the Year, Best Short Film, Crew of the Year, Jury's Pick, Hall of Fame, and Breakthrough Skier of the Year. Not to mention Trick of the Year, which was, like, once you watch all those clips back to back to back to back, I think you realize that we're at the highest level that skiing has ever been at right now, and I'm fucking psyched. So, let's get into it. Breakthrough Skier of the Year, this was a huge one, and honestly, I think a consensus across the board. This was, in my mind, a no-brainer. There was a ton of great contestants and nominees in this category, but holy shit, Matt crushed it. This was my pick as well, and now we get a conversation with the man himself. Matt, first of all, congratulations. Breakthrough Skier of the Year, presented by New Schoolers. This is I'm sure a huge honor. I'm psyched for you, and if people haven't watched the video yet, it's absolutely insane. So go watch it if you have not yet. But how do you feel? What's the vibe right now?
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I'm so stoked. I had such a good season last year, and everything came together well. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, it's dope. There was a lot of like heavy hitters that were nominated, and I think yours stood out, I think, above everybody else. That's actually one of the few that they were like, this was a pretty, like, everybody obviously crushed it, but they were like, this was actually a pretty easy pick. Like, this is nothing's ever easy, but it was like a no-brainer for them because it just seemed like it was so not out of the blue, but like it's what really kind of put you on the map for a lot of people. So I think it's I think it's well deserved.
Thanks.
How was the season? I mean, what was it like putting, I mean, because it's like a 13 or 17-minute video, 13-minute video. It's like, it's a pretty long part to be just like putting out into the world. Like, how did the season go? How was it stacking all this footage and then putting it together?
It's all started 2 years ago when I was talking to Xavier Meran. We were talking about doing a street project during the winter. So I was thinking about doing that since a while. And 2 summer ago, I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to do it and put like my own money in it and try to put a lot of time on it.
Yeah.
And we had like a good like a good like I don't know how many spots we had. We had like a good book of like 25, 30 different spots that we like can choose between them.
Yep.
And we had so much fun. And I bought a winch 2 years ago, so was like definitely my plan to street all winter. And between that, I was coaching during the weekend, so it was just perfect for me.
Yeah, just go, go, go. Let me ask you this: Do you ever get sick of it?
About filming and
Yeah,
street?
like it's a hustle, right? Like you're coaching on the week, like you're filling all of your time with skiing.
Yeah, but it's never been a question for me. I was like, I'm doing that since a while. I was used to compete before, and just completing with the video project was just perfect. And I'm probably never gonna get sick of that.
Yeah, I love that. One of the last things I'll ask you here: what do you have going on this season? How has this season been for you in comparison to last season?
It's been a bit different, but we were working on another street project around Montreal. Yep. With Xavier. We had a little like problem with the like injured. I was injured a bit at the beginning of the season, but nothing like bad. So I just keep working on it, but it went pretty well. Like at this time I got like the same amount of shot at last year. Sick. So everything came good. Yeah,
I love that. Where can people watch the film? Where can people find you on social media? Like how do people watch more of what you're doing and keep in touch?
Yeah, we got our project on YouTube and NEWSCHOOLERS.
Yeah.
So you can watch there. It's MTL. Or you can find me on Instagram on the name of Matt Doof, and TikTok too, same thing.
I love
just
that.
Trying to keep the vibe on the social media.
Big TikTok guy?
Not really. Not at all. I just had to make it count just to like keep the.
I love that.
But no, I'm not at all like TikTok.
You're not a TikTok.
No, you're probably never gonna see me doing like some dance or thing like that.
I feel like that's what people are following you for.
Yeah, maybe one day, but not for now.
Maybe next time, if you know, God forbid you get injured again, there's a good opportunity there to like either become a home cook or provide some dancing content for people.
Yeah, maybe.
I love that.
Let's see.
Awesome. Matt, thank you very much. This has been perfect. And once again, congratulations on Breakthrough Skier of the Year.
Thanks. That's mean a lot to me. Thank you.
All right, and now we're going to talk about Breakthrough Video of the Year. Oppo joined us for a conversation about what the film was like, what making this video was like, and how he feels about winning the award. So here we go. First and foremost, congratulations, Breakthrough Video Part of the Year. How does it feel? First of all, tell people who you are, tell people a little bit about yourself, and then we can kind of take it from there.
Thank you for all. What can I say? I'm Aapo, skier from Finland. We did a video with friends and somehow it came the Breakthrough Video of the Year. I don't know. We really didn't think about that. We just wanted to make, every one of us wanted to make a video part that we're proud of. And I think we did. So that's awesome. About it.
That's awesome. Did this like Was this a surprise to you at all? Like, is it something that, I know you said it wasn't really like the goal or anything like that, but was it surprising when New Schoolers contacted you?
Yeah, maybe a bit. I think we knew that video was it was okay. We liked it, so we just didn't know there could be this breakthrough video of the year
Yeah.
award at all. So
Yeah.
maybe a bit of surprise. Yeah.
Yeah. What was your favorite part about filming Speed Bump 2? Like what was the process like for you? What was the most enjoyable part? And then tell me like what was the most difficult part? I mean, because I don't know if people actually understand how much goes into making these things.
Yeah. Well, favorite part was of course being with my friends, and it was always a pleasure to hang out and ski street. And of course, there is days that nothing goes right, and you get upset. But yeah, I think the biggest struggle was like we didn't get single long trip last winter. I think all we did was like 3 to 4 days maximum, like weekend, and then we just waited for another weekend and did it again. So
Yeah.
that was maybe the hardest part. We were kind of busy last winter, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes it difficult. Is there, this is kind of like my last question here. Is there a part 3 coming? Like, what do you, okay, like this happened. This is in the past now. Obviously, if people haven't seen it, they should go watch it. But what comes next?
We've been filming a little this year, but I think this year's gonna be a little different. I've been filming with the other crew a bit, and we've been busy once again, but I think there should be something Speed Bump coming out.
Awesome. I love that. Last thing, where can people find you on social media? Where can people find the video so they can actually go watch it? And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, my Instagram is Apo, and you can find Speed Bump 2 on Instagram. There you can also find the full movie.
Awesome.
And yeah, there. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that's basically it. Well, once again,
On YouTube is the Speed Bump 2 is on YouTube.
The full video's on YouTube. Yeah. Sick. Once again, congratulations. This is a huge honor. Obviously, no bigger. Like, I mean, New Schoolers is like the place to get this kind of thing, and I'm psyched for you.
Yeah, thank you so much. This means a lot for us. Thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. All right, and your winner for 2023 Short of the Year is Soulstar by Hunter Hess and Owen Dahlberg. Couldn't think of two more deserving people. If you haven't watched the film yet, it is absolutely insane. And we're going to chat with them. Actually, we're just chatting with Owen for this one. So without further ado, here's Owen Dahlberg. On the hill, by the way. Owen, congratulations. Short of the Year from New Schoolers. You get a fancy award and the whole bit. I'm hyped for you guys. How do you feel?
Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's a huge honor of mine taking this award for the second time now, because we got it for the first year when we filmed Magma. So it's just an honor to have you guys even nominate us in general. And I'm super stoked to accept it.
Yeah, it was a pretty heavy year for shorts, like for quality shorts.
Yeah.
And this one, I think, this one I think was still a pretty easy pick for people, because people were just so hyped on the way that it got cut together, the way that it was filmed, and just obviously the skiing as well from Hunter was fucking insane.
Yeah, me and Hunter put a lot of hard work and time into this one, and I'm glad that it shows to people of all the hard work we did. And yeah, I'm out of words. I'm just super stoked. Yeah.
What was the hardest part about putting this whole thing together? I think obviously people know, like, yeah, skiing's hard, filming, there's a lot that goes into it, but like what was the process like for you?
Probably the hardest part maybe was just finding the time to get all the different disciplines of hunter, doing like street, pipe, and then like the backcountry spring booter kind of seggy that hunter that we did at Hood mainly. We tried to go to a couple different locations for the booters segment and just got skunked, and then we just went back to Mama Hood because she always treats us good out there. And yeah, it was sweet, but that was probably the hardest part, just trying to figure out the timing with everything and all that. And also too, the pipe jump, when we jumped the zog and the pipe, that was also the hardest thing. Just a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
Hunter had to get commercial insurance. It was a whole thing.
What was the timing like? Like, how long does it take to cut something and edit something like this, and like to put a project like this together? Like, because I think people think, oh yeah, dude, they just filmed it on their fucking phone and they like put this thing right. It's like old school short edit style, and we're like so far past that at this point.
Yeah, no, for sure. It definitely takes a lot of time. Like, I'm able to crank some editing out, but it's more just like the mental and like kind of thinking of how we want to put it together. Like, me and Hunter talked about the music a lot and really like dialed in a soundtrack that we both were really stoked on, that we saw that fit his personality the most. And that probably took us the longest of just figuring that out and all that. Once I started editing, it probably took me about a month and a half or so to really get her polished up and submitted to all the festivals and all that.
Yeah, for sure. This is the last thing I'll ask you, and then I'll let you get back to skiing because it's fucking nuking in Utah right now. So I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. And then when this comes out, it'll still be nuking probably. So what did you have another short film that you watched this year that you were like, this is dope. Like, this is what I want to see more of?
Oh man, like this year especially, there's so many good films that came out from just so many people that I aspire to look up to and inspire me to. Like, one in particular, I would say that really like spoke to me was the Psycho activity video.
Yeah.
By Rudy and Tristan and all them. Those guys just killed it with just like this crazy energy in the video, and I feel like really portrayed this cool vibe that they were going for with like the mental health kind of thing of just the battle and street skiing too with all that. So like that one I was like really stoked on and inspired me in a lot of ways.
Awesome. I love that. Once again, congratulations. Soulstar is the short film of the year. I'm hyped for you, and congratulations on yet another award.
Thank you so much again. Yeah, just super honored to be even nominated amongst all these legendary people. And yeah, I can't thank you guys enough.
All right, your movie of the year. There were so many good candidates this year. There's so many good nominees, and I would have had an extremely difficult time if anybody gave a shit about my opinion picking movie of the year, because between the Bunch video and everything else that was nominated, this was a difficult one. There's such high level production coming out right now, and the 4A crew nailed it. They did something unique. They did something different. And I think everybody is in agreement that this is your NEWSCHOOLERS movie of the year. I didn't get a chance to talk to the 4A crew because they're out crushing lines, as Ethan just said. I don't know what crushing lines is supposed to mean, but I think there's a double entendre there that is maybe applicable in this situation. But nonetheless, congratulations to the 4A boys. This is dope. Movie of the year. All right. This one, I'm going to apologize in advance, but also not apologize for, because the Bulldoze crew is your crew of the year. And they're a group of insane people. And I couldn't be more excited and scared for you to see what's next. But we got a chance to talk to, 7 or 8 of them. And by far the most people I've ever had on a Zoom call. I'm glad we got it to work out. One of them's like drinking. One of them smoking a blunt. One of them is like, dude, you're going to see this in a second. So here we go. Guys, congratulations. Crew of the Year from New Schoolers. So you're getting the fancy award. You're getting the whole bit. How do we feel?
Fucking great.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys.
Such an honor to get
Blessed as fuck.
We weren't expecting
nice.
that for sure.
Oh, we got one more.
Yeah.
We got one more coming.
Really?
Oh,
That's
who
cool.
is it?
Let's get Delta.
I love this. This is perfect. Anyway, we'll keep this rolling here. Obviously, huge honor. I'm psyched for you guys. First, why don't we just like go around the room, since there's 400 of you? Tell everybody who you are, and somebody can kick it off here.
I'm Remco Kaiser. Currently in Innsbruck having a beer.
Oh, I love this.
Not with the boys at the moment, but coming back. And yeah,
Cool. I love that.
part of Bulldoze since the beginning and working on Bulldoze Invitational 23 at the moment. Let's fucking go.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yo. So, me, Easy Panda with my friends.
Let's go.
That gang, you know. So thankful.
Dog, the butch.
Like the dream. So let's kill this shit.
You gotta introduce the dog though.
Yeah, who's the dog?
Look, this is Pupun. Let's fly.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, who's going next?
Sleepy.
Gilles.
Like so fucking hard.
Yeah, let's go. So I'm Gilles Tanguy, and I've been not part of the Bulldoze crew since the beginning. I've came a little bit later, but you know,
With some bangers.
Yeah, it's the crew. It's
Woo-woo.
the crew. It's so nice to go skiing with these guys, and just skiing is so good. I'm so blessed to be part of this.
C'est le son, we say in French. C'est le son.
C'est le sang.
Oh, c'est le son.
So
I'm Sampo. I've been doing the Bulldoze stuff, videos and stuff with Remco, Johan, and other guys since the beginning, and then we collected some of these other ski buses on the way, and now we're here. We finally made it to the top.
yes, sir.
Let's go. Once again, congratulations to you guys. This is fucking sick. I want to see the award.
Thank you so
once
much.
guys get it. This is tight. I'm psyched for you, and I'm sure people are psyched for the Invitational coming up in April.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Can't wait to show you this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for the award again.
Jury's pick. So this is an award that the crew at New Schoolers picked specifically because it didn't necessarily fit into any one category. It's a passion project. It is something that Dylan Siggers worked extremely hard on. And this is my favorite film of the year. It's 17 minutes long or something like that. And anybody hitting jump switch on a Sakana, it's insane. And I'm so happy to hear some of the things that Dylan said in this conversation. It's a little bit longer than the rest of them, and it's because I don't know, I just like talking to Dylan. He's the best, and listening to him talk about how he's worked through some of his issues and why this one meant so much to him is huge. So without further ado, Dylan Siggers. First, tell people who you are, a little about yourself, and then we'll get into congratulating you on the Jury's Pick Award from New Schoolers.
Okay, sure. I'm Dylan. I'm from Fernie, British Columbia, Canada, and I am a snow sliding enthusiast and filmmaker.
Hell yeah. Peace Lily, Jury's Pick Award from New Schoolers. How do you feel about it? What's the what's the feeling like?
I mean, like, I guess I don't really have any words. I like when you say that, I'm like, holy shit. Like, even until this conversation, I didn't really totally understand like what was going on. And I don't know. It means a shit ton to me, honestly. It means so much to me, because this is like this film was like mostly just trying to like represent something that like myself and Morgs and Zach really liked.
Yeah.
And we were like, fuck everybody. Like, let's just hit shit that we think is cool and like not worry about jumping as big as we can or not. We'll just find stuff that is like fun and interesting. And like, I mean, like Morgs was on like a Hellbent 180 mission last year, and Morgs was, and then Zach was literally on Hellbent. Like, it was just kind of like, we were just trying to be our, like, something that we were be proud of. And me especially was trying so hard not to care about what anyone else was going to think. So to have it be received like in this capacity is like, I don't know, shocking, basically shocking.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Yeah. It really means a lot to me. Yeah. Means a lot to me.
Sure. I wish more people would do stuff that they just wanted to do. You know what I mean? And obviously
hard though. It's hard to have the confidence and even like, you know, you want to get people, like, you want to get the positive feedback, you know, like, and you put all this work and you want people to like feel hype and like, you want to be like, oh, I want the segment to be sick. And it's like sometimes scary to like make it maybe a little softer and a little more like little emo-er and stuff.
Yeah. No, I love that. And I think you said it, like, hit it dead on. I think people are a little scared to go out and just do stuff that they want to do because they want that positive feedback, right? And there's kind of a mold that works that we already know of, which is just like you throw fucking big shit and like you just wait for the reaction to it and you just keep.
Dude, big shit is so sick. Like, I love seeing people go big.
Yeah.
It's just so goddamn scary. And I'm like, I told myself last year, like, I'm tired of being scared. I'm like, I usually operate on this like maxed out, like so scared, so stressed. If something goes wrong, I lose my shit and like yell and like kick my goggles and freak out. And it's just like so unsustainable and like so bad for me. So it's just like trying to just be like, I'm going to work on this butter all year. I want to get a good butter.
Yeah.
And like, that was like, seems so dumb, but like, I'm like so happy that I'm like so happy we spent so much time getting like a butter I liked. It's just, I don't know.
What for you and for Jay, like, what was the most difficult part about this whole process? I think it's easy to like look at a film and go, okay, like this is really fun, like this is dope, but there's obviously a lot of work that goes into the thing behind the scenes too. So what was the most difficult part about putting this thing together?
I mean, like, for personally, like, I mean, actually, I feel like I can speak for everybody. Like, personally, I think like I was struggling with putting like a lot of pressure on myself. Yep. And just like genuine fear of like trying to do a good job. Because this, to me, in my head, this was like one of the first projects I got to like spearhead with like more of like a real movie approach and having a filmmaker come and live with me. And like Jake and I lived together that last winter, and he lived with Soph and I, and just like managing my like self-doubt and like stress and just like feeling like everything I do sucks. And then also probably that was the hardest part for Jake. And then the hardest part for Morgs and Zach is just like try to exist around me being so stressed. But like that's like, you only get better with practice and like working through this entire thing and just like being like, okay, no, like doing a safety grab that you think is cool. Like, you know, it's like, it was a huge growing process for me. And also like just trying to, managing my self-doubt. That's my hardest struggle probably all the time.
Yeah. I love that. This is like my least favorite question ever, but I have to ask it. This is out now. What can people expect going forward? Like, do you have something new coming for next season? Like, what are you currently working on? What's next?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like for me, I think that's gonna be a reoccurring theme is like Line has put a lot of effort into doing more in-house content, which the team I think is so sick for the whole team, for all of us. We're so hyped. We get to go on these like, they'll be like, hey, we want to do a video we want you guys to pick like a sled spot and we'll do a video. So then the crew goes there, we do that. They're like, okay, we got this ski coming out. Let's go to Japan and make a video. So like more like in-house content created by Line, but it's like so driven by the athletes, like what we think is cool, like the film aesthetics, the tricks, the locations, like and they're just being so transparent with like, what do you guys think? And we're like, this, and they're like, dope, let's do that.
Yeah.
And so we've been working on a few of those this year, which was just also nice. I just love that, like working with so many talented people like Jake Hopfinger, Johnny Merrill, Alex from Benchy, like going out into Japan with Mitchell and Tom and like Robert, and like Woodsy came with us. Like just working with other people that are like so like just freaking good at not just skiing, but like, you know, creating a film, operating a snowmobile, being in the backcountry, like all this stuff. It was just like so inspiring. And then personally, I'm kind of working on like a little feelsy art project this year that I'm like kind of not taking a step back, but I'm like taking the gas off, pressure myself to like I said, impress people and just make something that I feel is like a good breath for me to take for the year. And I don't really have any plans, but I've been shooting and it's going to come out as something.
Yeah.
And I want to make an even more emo project this year. We'll see. It might be 2 minutes. It might be 12 minutes. I don't really know yet. I'm just kind of going with it.
Well, that's it, dude. Once again, congratulations. This is fucking sick. I'm hyped for you. And obviously, people, if they haven't seen the film, go watch Peace Lily. Like this is it's something special for sure.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Thanks to you, New Schoolers, and everybody that puts this on. It's so important to have this.
Trick of the year, Hunter Hess. This to me was like, I was scared watching this one, and I can't think of a more deserving candidate. The dude has been crushing it for a minute now, and he actually is in Europe calling in for this interview. So thank you to Hunter. And yeah, there's Hunter Hess. Hunter, congratulations. Trick of the year from New Schoolers. This is fucking dope, dude. And also absolutely insane. But how do you feel? What's going on?
I'm hyped. I got my buddy. He's also hyped.
Let's go.
He just found out. I got a bunch of my buddies.
Full house calling in from Europe. I love this. Look at all the shit you're just packing on the ground.
Yeah, we got kind of a mess going on. We're packing up, but I am super hyped. It's definitely an honor. Yeah, I'm fucking stoked. All the tricks this year were pretty insane.
So nuts.
Wheezy Davis, like his shit was fucking actually insane. Can I cuss on here?
I don't know. I think I already did. We're fine. Yeah.
Right,
I don't think they're gonna make us cut it. So.
But yeah, Wheezy killed it. I mean, that was like his dub flat spin was super nuts. But I'm definitely like really stoked. This trick was scary and took a lot of time and a lot of energy. So I'm super hyped. It got rewarded. It means a lot.
Yeah, for sure. That's actually the next thing I was going to ask you is like, what kind of goes through your head when you're about to do stuff like this, especially stuff that like is of this level where you're like, this is fucking scary.
Yeah, for sure. This one was a super big process. I was over it. The jump didn't line up at all, and it was super obnoxious. So I was super bummed out about it. And the last one I did, which is the one that made the cut, it was just it was the last one I was gonna do for sure. Like if it didn't work out, it didn't work out type of thing.
Yeah.
So that was really big, and I was stressed out. It was a lot of energy, and a lot of people put time into it. But the video took so long, and we had so many shots before it that I had to kind of like show up for and try to like prove myself during. So that one was kind of like the final piece of the puzzle. I knew it. So I just wanted to make it happen and make it worth it, and it ended up working out, which is sick.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't get to talk to you about short of the year, but what was that whole process like? I mean, Owen kind of talked a little bit about the editing process and just getting all the clips and having to go to Hood and all that stuff. But like, what was it like on your end?
It's a battle.
Yeah.
It was an absolute battle. I just knew that on every trick I did in the video, I wanted it to be scary. I wanted it to kind of freak me out. And so I just like kept that in my mind every single time. I was like, all right, like you did it before, you got to do it again. Like you can't let that version of yourself be bummed out because you didn't push it on this one. So every trick was scary, and it was just so much work. Hood just really gave us a run for our money for a few years. And just like we kept going back and just getting rained out, and we were living out of Owen's van, and it was just like such a dirty process, but it worked out really well. I'm super hyped we did it. I just knew it would be something that kind of like lasted forever, at least in my heart. Yeah. So I just really want to make it special and significant. And yeah, like this trick was literally the last piece of the puzzle for me. Like we got a few shots after it, but for the most part, when I got that, I knew it was done, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It kind of felt like it was completed. That's also like, it's another thing, like feeling like a project is good enough to put out into the world and feeling like it's complete. Like that has to give you some kind of anxiety when you're actually like putting the final cut together.
100%. I know. I was freaking out seeing it. I don't know. It was so much of me. And when we filmed movies in the past, when we filmed like Magma and Magma 2, we filmed it in under 2 months for both of them, you know? So this one just being like a 2-year project, like I had so many different like versions of myself, if you will, kind of into the project, and so many different like outlooks that I had. Like a lot of like personal stuff was going on in my life at the time, and so it was just like it all just wound up back to skiing, you know? So it was always kind of like me pushing my skiing, and like whatever I saw and whatever I like really envisioned would change over time. So I was I don't know, it was really significant, and I was scared to see it, but I'm super hyped, and I trust Owen with my absolute heart. So I'm hyped. He killed it per usual.
Yeah, he crushed. So yeah, that's it, man. Once again, congratulations. It's 2 awards for you this year, the only one with double awards and double honors. So congratulations once again.
Word up. Thank you guys. Thank you, NEWSCHOOLERS. Thank you, Gavin Rudy, Owen Dahlberg, and Topher. You guys are the only reason this shit happened. Thank you guys.
This one I am so excited about. This is near and dear to my heart, is the great Parker White. He's turning into an old man in front of our eyes, but somehow still skiing at the highest level he possibly could be. It's absolutely a pleasure to watch this guy ski, and it's even better to be able to talk to him on a somewhat regular basis. The dude's a legend, and I'm so happy that we get to be able to give him his flowers and give him an award. He didn't even know this award existed until he got the contact, and I couldn't be prouder and happier to announce Parker White into the Hall of Fame for 2023. And here's Parker. His audio was terrible, or his video was terrible, so you're just getting a photo of him, but he looks good, so run it. Parker White, congratulations, Hall of Fame. How do you feel? This is like the Elder Statesman Award, but it's a legacy award, if you will. How do you feel?
Thank you, dude. Dude, I feel good, but I'm not gonna lie. It made me feel a little old. I feel like this comes to the end a little bit. I'm like, dude, I'm still in the middle. Like, what the heck? But no, it's super nice. If I'm being totally honest too, I did not know there was a skiing Hall of Fame until New Schoolers hit me up. So it's all if I'm being honest, it's all brand new, but it's very nice.
It's very nice. I think it's very well deserved. Let me ask you this. What has your career been like up to this point? Like, how do you feel about where you're at and what you're doing? Because I think, and this doesn't go for everybody that's had a career as long as yours, but you're as relevant right now as you've ever been, I think. And I would actually argue more relevant than you were a few years ago. So like, how do you feel? How do you feel about where you're at right now?
Well, to be honest, I feel really good. Like, I've just kind of just been flowing naturally with what feels right. And right now it's like, I'm not doing things in the same way that I used to, but I almost feel like, you know, in having done as much as I have, I've figured out like the most efficient way to do things and the way in which I feel best doing it. And I don't know, I feel like really, really good. And I'm like more inspired on skiing right now than I have been in a long time. Yeah. So like everything's just been like really, really nice. But this year especially has been like sick.
Yeah. What's been going on this year that's kind of made you feel like it's a little different than others?
I think partially is like I'm not filming for a full project this year or like a really committed seg. And this is the first year in like 12 years that I haven't had a really like obligated outcome for the end of the season. And I think having the freedom of just being able to shred a lot and do whatever I want, being left to my own vices, it's like made me ski way more because I'm just kind of hyped on it, you know. And there's been no strings attached, and I don't know. I'm just feel like I'm in a good place.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's funny. I've had like 3 conversations, maybe 4 now. Jonah just said basically the same thing about where he's at right now. Like he's just doing what he's put out is what he wanted to put out. He doesn't really give a shit about what anybody thinks or what he has to do. Dylan Sigger said the exact same thing the day before. And it just feels like people are starting to just be like, look, this is what I feel like doing right now, so I'm going to go fucking do it. Like, I don't care about what anybody has to say about it, and I just want to go skiing, and I want to have fun, and I want to put out stuff that makes me happy.
Yeah, and I think that's when the best things happen and come out anyways. And maybe there's some kind of cosmic alignment going on, man, with Pluto or something, dude. I think it's Saturn is diametering Jupiter, dude. And so something might be going on though. I feel like it's a lit year.
It is for sure a lit year. I don't know about Saturn and Jupiter and all that shit. I've had people explain this to me like in all seriousness multiple times, and I'm never gonna understand it. I'm like, I don't know what's going on in front of my face. Never mind what's going on in fucking Saturn. So.
Yeah, no, in the cosmos, no, I'm for just fucking around, but no, it's a good year, man. It seems like it's on.
Yeah, for sure. What I know you said you don't have anything dedicated to like have for an outcome, but do you have any plans to put out anything in the fall? Like, do you have anything that you're like working on that you are hyped on?
I've got a couple just small video projects that are more like just kind of for fun.
Yeah.
That are more like really intentional short pieces, but not really anything in the traditional sense. But it is kind of funny because like this year I took off like the, you know, the plan or the just I don't know, I said it before, but like the obligation of having an end of the year project.
Yeah.
But I've been filming a ton.
Yeah.
Kind of without, you know, like just kind of naturally we've been filming at Baker like every day. The camera just kind of comes out. So I'm actually sitting on like quite a bit of footage, but I don't really know what it's going to or if it's going to go to anything really.
Yeah. Has it been a good year so far at Baker?
Yeah.
Snow-wise?
It's been sick. had like a couple rainstorms, which is pretty normal for there, but it's like, that's been good.
Yeah, good. I love that. It's been kind of a weird year across the board, but whatever. We won't get too much into the weeds. I think this is essentially people just want to hear from you, and obviously everyone wants to kind of give you your flowers a little bit here and just tell you that like they appreciate you, and I think that's part of the reason that you're getting inducted into this Hall of Fame that neither of us knew existed until last week. So,
yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, listen, I appreciate everybody else, and no, it feels good, and I'm happy to I'm glad that we got our annual convo in because we didn't get a podcast. So it's kind of nice we got to meet up here.
Yeah, exactly. This is our bit. Awesome. Well, this will be the bit for New Schoolers. I appreciate you very much. Obviously, go follow Jet Ski White on the Instagram if you want to follow along with Parker on the gram. But that is it for now.
All right, and if not, that's okay too. just go get some skiing in it.
All right, your female skier of the year. This is a huge one, and it's really about not just her skiing, about what she's done for the community as a whole. Rosina Friedel is your female skier of the year, and we got a chance to talk to Rosie. And man, what a gem of a human being, and I'm so excited to see what she comes up with next. So here she is. Rosina, congrats, first of all, on Women's Skier of the Year for New Schoolers. How do you feel? Tell me a little bit about like what your season has been like, and then we can kind of go from there.
I'm super stoked that I won that because I didn't really expect that because there's so many other good girls, and I saw the nominations, and I was like really like, what? Okay, crazy. Oh, I can't really still believe it. That's like I won that, and yeah, thanks so much. And yeah, my season so far. I'm in Innsbruck, and right now I'm in Zillertal, and now I'm off 2 months in February and March, and our plan was to go around with the van around Europe and then maybe go to Canada, but we're not sure yet about that. But just want to travel and filming for bucket clips too, because they're gonna be another bucket clips next year. So that's kind of our plan.
Awesome.
Just enjoying life, and yes.
Where did the idea for bucket clips come in the first place?
I was like, I think it was years ago. I was super stoked about Uninvited from Chess.
Yep.
I saw that and I was, oh fuck, it's so nice that snowboard I have that, and it would be so good to have that in skiing, like with urban and woman, like a whole woman movie you can watch and get inspired. And then it kind of happened last year because we didn't got the money for the movie we planned, but we already had the money from NEWSCHOOLERS, and then I was like, okay, let's try that and see how it works. And yeah, I think it was super nice, and I'm super stoked how it came out, and that they're gonna be like a second one. And yeah, it's also nice because people writing me and they're stoked that there's something like this, or they have like kind of a platform for women skiing right now like this, that they just can film and put it, and then it's gonna be a whole movie. And yeah, that's them. Yeah.
I love that. What has it been like for you to hear that kind of response to bucket clips? I mean, it's got to be kind of crazy. I mean, I've seen a bunch of the response online, and it seems like people are so stoked like that something like this even exists.
Yeah. I was like, just like, okay, we are doing this, and then let's see what's like and stuff like this. So I didn't really expect anything, and then there was such a good feedback also from Trick that he was so stoked about it just when he saw it. And was like, we have to do another one. I was like, okay, nice. And yeah, I was super happy that it's like people are so stoked about that and they like it. And yeah.
Awesome. That's right.
I thought about that's the yeah.
Yeah. What's going to be different about next year's?
Next year it's gonna be kind of the same kind of style that women are sending in their clips, but we want to keep it like just backcountry and street skiing. Because last year it was like super late, and then people also put park skiing or send us some park skiing, but we were like, okay, fuck it, just do it and see how it works. And this year we really want to focus on backcountry and streets, sorry. And then we also have this kind of open call on New Schoolers that people can send us their clips on this kind of email.
Yep.
And yeah, that's everyone has the chance to get like a part or to be in the movie. Yeah, that's different this year.
Awesome. Where can people send that stuff? If people like are listening to this or watching this and they want to send something in or they want to contact you, how do they get a hold of you?
They can send me like on Insta a message and I can send the email, but I think it's also on New Schoolers. Trick made an article, so maybe put in New Schoolers bucket clips too, and then you see all the articles, and there's the kind of, I think it's a Google Drive link where you can put the clips online.
Awesome.
And you can do it till June, because a lot of people were asking me when the deadline is, and it's kind of June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Where can people find you on social media if they want to watch more of what you're doing?
They can just put my name in. It's Rosina Friedel. Yeah.
Awesome. Once again, congratulations. This is huge.
Thanks.
Women's Skier of the Year from New Schoolers. This is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. It's super cool.
Men's Skier of the Year. This is our final award of the evening. This is the ultimate honor, and it comes in the form of Jonah Williams winning Skier of the Year. He did it in such a fantastic fashion, and like putting out the parts that he put, like Life and Stuff, if you haven't seen it yet, is such a good compilation of clips over the past few seasons, and it really puts him on the map as far as like a versatile all-around skier. You just aren't seeing people doing massive switch landings in the backcountry the way that he is. And at first, I'll be honest, when I first saw the awards list come out, I was like, okay, like he won over Alex Hall, he won over Hunter, he won over a lot of people that like are kind of household names for us as a ski community. But after watching and rewatching that part and talking to him, this is Jonah's my Skier of the Year too. This is like became a no-brainer. So if you haven't watched it yet, go watch Life and Stuff. Go watch his part in Delete, the Strictly video, because he's absolutely blowing minds right now. And he actually was out a week ago or something like that, skiing with Parker White, working with Rosignol now. So much more to come from Jonah. But for now, here's our conversation. Jonah, first of all, congratulations. Male Skier of the Year from New Schoolers. Fucking huge award, huge win, and extremely well-deserved. So first and foremost, how do you feel?
Dude, thank you so much. I'm really hyped. I am super appreciative of it. I'm honored. I'm very humbled. Big respect to all of the other knees. It feels crazy to have won the award, like amidst such a legendary group of individuals. So yeah, super honored. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. What was the filming process like? And I know Life and Stuff was out of your own head. So what was the filming like? What was the editing like? And what was the whole process as you were making this thing? Like, what was your goal?
Well, with Life and Stuff, that was just like shots that have been compiled over, it's just footage that's been compiled over the last like 4 seasons, just with different filmers and different crews. And I'd always kind of wanted to put a lot of those shots together. Like I really enjoy editing videos, and I wouldn't say I'm good at it, but it's really fun. It's like, it feels like it rounds out the creative process. Like Getting out and getting shots is part of the creative process, but then like making the video yourself is a whole nother part of it. And that's something I would like to step into more in the future. So,
yeah,
I mean, the process is like a 5-year process, just filming with different crews and whatever. And then I was like, I have all this footage. I really should like put something together. And that's kind of all it was. Just like, wanted to throw a bunch of shots together and put it out, just not really for any reason, but just for fun. Cause I wanted to see what I could create with it. So I'm stoked that it was well received.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This is like my least favorite question ever, but like, okay, this is in the past now and has been in the past. What do you have going on this season? What's going on for the next season? Like, can people expect something to come out similar to this, or whether it's just, whether it's a part in the Strictly video or something else, like what can people expect from you this upcoming season?
Well, I'm sure you and hopefully everybody watching has seen Delete, the latest Strictly movie, and I've got a part in there. So my plan for the future is just to keep putting out similar ski part visions as my Delete part. Hopefully better, of course, better skiing. This year I'm doing something a little different. I'm filming a solo project, which is the first time I've been able to do that. So doing a project with Gavin Rudy, and that'll be promoted on Level 1's YouTube and their whole premiere tour. So we're really stoked to show everybody what we've been working on so far.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
It's got to be crazy to have all this stuff kind of come together. Like first you're seeing like obviously this New Schoolers thing, but then like working with Level 1, and like it seems like a lot of stuff is just like coming together for you on a whole new level right now. And I think I don't know, like what does that feel like?
It totally feels that way. Yeah, and I'm super grateful for it. I'm 27, and so like I don't know, that's kind of late to be getting your first like legit contracts with companies for some people, but I've always kind of been a late bloomer, and I put a lot of effort in for years I've just put a lot of effort into skiing and not so much into like filming, because I've been really critical of my skiing. So I felt like there's no point for me to put out a part or any videos if I'm like not happy with my skiing. But I was being too self-critical there, and so I kind of just changed my mindset to working really hard to put out some sort of content the last few years, that people could be inspired by the same way that I'm inspired by videos that I watch, where I see a ski shot and I'm like, oh, that was so nice.
Yeah.
That's definitely the stuff I want to put out.
Yeah.
So
it's funny, like you talk about being self-critical and like that being an issue for you. I talked to Dylan Siggers, who also won like a jury's pick award during this whole bit.
Sick.
Like he had the same issue. Like he was like, dude, this project, like Peace Lily, was what I wanted to make, and I finally like let myself just make what I wanted to make and not give a shit about what anybody else thinks for the first time. Like how do you get over that? Because I think that's a thing that so many people have a problem with in skiing in general, is like you're putting yourself out there, right? You're not just like, you're putting your hard work, you're putting your skiing out there, and you're like letting other people judge almost like what it's like. So when you put it out there and it's received well, like what is that feeling like, and how did you get not over it, because I don't think anybody ever gets over it fully, but like being willing to put yourself out there in that way?
Yeah, it's hard. It's totally a balance, just like anything in life is a balance, and you have to find the balance for yourself. But it's like part of it's just comparison. We live in an age where we're constantly comparing with other people's situations and other people's locations and what they're doing and versus what we're doing. And so part of it's that, and comparison can really just like shut you down if you dwell on that. But at the same time, it can be really useful in motivating you to push yourself. And so for me, it's just been about finding that line. And I've like been on both ends of it, and I've seen it affect me in a negative way. And so I've been trying to be more laid back and be like, you know what, I'm just going to do what's fun. Yeah. Same as like, sounds like what Dylan Siggers was saying. I just want to do what's fun, and hopefully that's also what people want to see. But it still gets to your head, even when you try to adopt that mindset. Like once you get out and you're on a trip, you're like, okay, like I really want to hit something that's like cool, that people will think is cool. And you got to like knock yourself on the head and be like, you can't think like that, really.
Yeah, for sure. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, once again, congratulations. This is insane. I'm psyched for you. where can people find you on the internet? Where can people find everything that you're putting out? Like, how do people follow along with you?
Yeah, thanks, man. Main thing right now is just Instagram at Jonah Williams. That's mainly where you'll see my content, videos, posted on Instagram, on my stories, and I'll of course always link and promote videos that are going up on YouTube. In the future, I have some plans with some YouTube stuff, but that info will come out at a later date. I need to get a website going too. So when I get the website going, that'll be on Instagram. So
sick.
Instagram's the way for now.
Awesome. Yep. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. Thank you so much again. Super honored.
Thank you to everyone who's participated in the 2023 New Schoolers Awards. This is a phenomenal event. It's something we need to see more of in skiing, and I really, really appreciate the support from all of you. I appreciate the people at New Schoolers. Thank you to our team here, and thank you to every one of the athletes, every one of the nominees that has been involved in this entire process. This is such an honor for me, and also honestly should be such an honor for all of you. You should feel like you're part of something, including this event, the 2023 New Schoolers Awards. Ta-ta for now.